Hey tubers, it's Tuesday morning at about 6:45, and we're about 88 in the garage. They said we're going to be partly cloudy and pretty breezy today, but only a high at 96. Alright, let's get to it. Changed out the hinges. These are the aftermarket ones. I think they're OER. And we put the stock ones back on, or the original ones, let's say. So, hold on. Hang on for a minute. I'll be right back. Couldn't get the hood closed one-handed, but if you look at it, gaps here is almost there. This is just a little over that way. It needs to come back this way. We're wide here and narrow up there, so if we sight down it, you can see it. So the hood needs to come tweaked over that way, but doing that, tighten up this gap here. So, and if we sight down this one, you can see there. So what I'm planning on doing is loosening the two bolts up here on the fender, and the one bolt in here in the fender, and bring it out this way. We'll do one side at a time. Again, hang on, let me set the camera down. Can't open or close that hood one-handed, I guess. What I plan on doing is marking this, and we'll bring it out and see how far we have to bring it out once I measure down there. I think this is 1/8 of an inch here. Has to come this way, 1/8 of an inch. So this bolt down here, and this bolt. We'll bring the fender out. Maybe it'll line up these here. Thought the door was off, but I was probably mistaken. So we'll do that one side at a time. I got the porta power out just in case I need it. So that's what all that's down there for, is because it's buried back in there. So yeah, so that's what we're doing today. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers. So there's the gap going down. It's still tight here. And I can't bring the fender out anymore because the door's got to roll out just a smidge. So what I'm going to do is we'll play with this fender. See? See, and this one is looks just about right on. But then look at that hood. If I bring it over just a smidge this way, see, and then this is going to be up. I don't know. Let's play with it. So we're going to play with it most of the day today. So be back in a minute when I have more. Hey tubers. Okay, got the fender. The door's got to swing out a little bit more, so I got the door to readjust. But if we look down there, I like that gap that I got here. If we look here, it's not bad, but it gets wide right here and on in. This still isn't lined up, so if I move the hood over this way, it's still. And then if we look at this side, you'll see where it's, I mean, it's got to come more like that. if I do any more like that, I'm going to lose this here. So I really don't know what to do on this anymore. I really don't. I'm getting dumbfounded, but I'm going to keep working on it. Didn't put the porta power away. It's still there. So, but yeah, I don't know. I got this side just looking so nice. And then it's this side. If I bring this side forward, this will go more that way. And I'll twist it more like that. Or let me get it here like this. If I bring this side forward, it'll twist it more like that. I need to bring that side to close up that gap. Doing that. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to keep playing with it. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey, tubers. It's going on around, what is it, around? Yeah, a little after 3. But I think this is the best I've gotten it in. There's roughly about 10 hours in adjusting this hood. Again, it's cocked a little over that way. You can see by the gap down, but there's no way I can close that up. I've closed it up probably about a little bit more than a 1/16 of an inch, but can't figure out how to close it up anymore unless I weld a rod down here, and I don't want to go be doing that. But yeah. Did that gap open up on that fender? I don't think so. I've been looking at gaps too much. But this hood hinge is down all the way in the front and up all the way in the back, and it's almost slid as far as it can go, and I elongated that hinge by about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. This hinge is down in the back, and it's got to come up a little bit, but it's down in the back and up on the front, so it pulls the hood back. And I didn't elongate this one whatsoever, but this one's almost to the point to where it can't go any further, and that's where I'm at. So I'll post this. I mean, as it is, I gotta adjust this door tomorrow. We'll play with that, and I got to get all these body parts lined up before I can do anything else. But this is where I'm at right now. It's just, if I get a 1/16 of this moved over more, if you think about it, if I get this just to cock over just a little bit more, a 1/16 this way, it'll open up this back gap, and it'll close up that front one, and it'll look a hell of a lot better than it does now. Get your hand off the zoom button, Tom. But like I say, there's about 10 hours in here, and I gotta watch it because this thing sits so low I'll start screwing up my lower back again. And I don't want to do that. I'm on a roll on this thing sitting there. This is the closest I've been in 3 times we put this front end in to get it lined up. And this is the best it's looked so far. So, alright guys, this is going to be it for today. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, watching, and of course leaving comments. If you got any ideas, or if somebody wants to come, I'll room, board you, feed you, and get this done. But yeah, this side is damn near perfect. I mean, the gap is constant all the way up. It goes narrow, big, and stays the same, and it starts going big here. And like I say, that's just about lined up. It's just a little bit over that way, but I don't know where else to go with this. I mean, I've pushed down, pushed up. I mean, if I pick up that back hinge and sit there and pick it up, will it scoot the front over just a little bit? And then will I have a bigger gap here at the bottom and tighten up the gap at the back? I don't know. But this has me baffled. I've never been baffled so much, and this is like my, I'm going to say my 10th or 12th car I've been doing like this. I mean, my old 68 that I had back in back in '75 never gave me this much trouble. 66 Chevelle that I did before this one, and that was a complete frame off. Never gave me this much trouble. And all the body, and I had gaps, tight gaps on that. So, thanks guys. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Later.